The morning began with silence. Not the peaceful kind that greeted the sunrise, but a silence so complete that it made Elara stop walking. The forest had changed. Only moments ago, sunlight had filtered through the branches, warming the moss beneath her feet. Birds had been singing somewhere above, and a gentle breeze had carried the scent of pine and wildflowers. Now there was nothing. No birds. No wind. No sound except her own breathing. A thick blanket of white fog rolled between the ancient trees, swallowing the path behind her. It curled around her ankles and drifted upward until the world beyond a few feet disappeared. Elara tightened her grip on the strap of her satchel. "This isn't normal," she whispered. Her voice seemed to vanish into the mist. She turned slowly, trying to remember which direction she had come from, but every tree looked the same. Tall black trunks stretched endlessly into the sky like silent giants. Her heartbeat quickened. She took another cautious step. Crunch. A twig snapped somewhere behind her. She spun around. Nothing. Only fog. Only shadows. Only the uneasy feeling that she was no longer alone. The silver pendant around her neck suddenly felt warm against her skin. She pressed a trembling hand over it. "Please," she whispered to no one in particular. "Let me find my way out." Then she heard it. A low growl. It was deep enough to vibrate through the ground beneath her feet. Elara froze. Every instinct told her not to move. The growl came again, closer this time. A dark shape shifted between the trees. Far too large to be a normal wolf. Two golden eyes appeared through the mist. They glowed like moonlight. Watching. Waiting. Elara's breath caught in her throat. The creature stepped forward. Its paws were enormous, silent against the earth. Thick dark brown fur shimmered beneath the pale light, and its shoulders stood nearly as high as her chest. It was magnificent. And terrifying. The giant wolf lowered its head. Its eyes never left hers. For one impossible moment, Elara felt as though it were studying her rather than preparing to attack. Then another growl rolled through the forest. Fear finally took control. She turned and ran. Branches scraped against her arms. Roots reached from the ground like grasping fingers. She stumbled through the fog, unable to see where she was going. Behind her came the steady rhythm of massive paws. Not rushing, not panicking, simply following, as though the wolf already knew she couldn't escape. Tears blurred her vision. She gasped for air, her lungs burning. "I'm not going to die," she whispered desperately. "I'm not." Her foot caught on a hidden root. She fell hard onto the forest floor. Pain shot through her knees. Before she could stand again, a heavy force landed beside her. The earth trembled. Elara slowly looked up. The giant wolf stood only inches away. Its silver eyes reflected her frightened face. Its breath was warm against her skin. She squeezed her eyes shut. "Please. Please don't hurt me." Instead of sharp teeth, she felt a sudden weight against her shoulder. The wolf pushed her gently, but firmly, back to the ground. Its massive body blocked every path of escape. Elara tried to crawl away. She barely moved. The creature stepped forward once more. Its shadow covered her completely. The world tilted. Her exhausted body could no longer keep fighting. Darkness slowly closed around her. The last thing she remembered was the wolf lowering its enormous head as if listening to her heartbeat. Then everything disappeared. Cold. That was the first thing she felt. Cold stone beneath her hands. Cold air against her face. Cold silence pressing against her ears. Elara opened her eyes slowly. The ceiling above her was made of gray stone instead of leaves. There were no trees, no sunlight, only a narrow window high above, allowing a thin beam of moonlight to slip inside. Confused, she sat up too quickly. Pain exploded through her head. She reached for the sore spot near her temple and found dried blood tangled in her hair. A frightened breath escaped her lips. Her eyes searched the room. Iron bars, stone walls, a wooden bucket, a pile of straw covered by a worn blanket, a chipped bowl filled with water. A dungeon. Her satchel was gone. Her shoes were covered in dried mud. Her dress was torn near the sleeve. She slowly stood, legs shaking beneath her. The iron door refused to move when she pushed it. Locked. A lump formed in her throat. No. She pulled harder. Nothing. Panic spread through her chest. She wasn't lost anymore. She was trapped. Elara backed away until her shoulders met the cold wall. Wrapping her arms around herself, she fought the urge to cry. The silence stretched endlessly. Somewhere beyond the stone corridor, water dripped steadily. Then she heard another sound. Footsteps. Slow, heavy, getting closer. Each echo made her heart beat faster. A shadow appeared beyond the bars. Tall, broad-shouldered, motionless. Torchlight flickered across a pale face framed by dark hair. And then she saw them. Silver eyes. The same eyes that had watched her through the mist. The stranger looked at her without speaking. His expression revealed nothing. Elara's breath caught. Her knees weakened. She didn't know who he was. She didn't know why she had been brought here. But one terrifying thought settled deep within her heart. The wolf had not been hunting for food. It had been hunting for her. And somehow, it had brought her exactly where it wanted her to be.